Greetings, it's Ujval from the GNA Institute, and we're going to be reading from my book and a little bit of Srimad Bhagavatam. I like to read Srimad Bhagavatam first because then we can see what the universe has already said and what they want us to hear. And here we are. It says, Mantreshu mam va upahuyayat tvam akunti ta kanda shadatma bodha prache prabho mugda iva pramatas tanno mano mohayatva deva. O my Lord, you are eternal. Your eternal self is never divided by the influence of time, and there is no limitation to your perfect knowledge. Thus you were sufficiently able to consult with yourself, yet you called upon me for consultation, as if bewildered, although you are never bewildered, and this act of yours bewilders me. So this is actually Vidura approaches Maitreya. He says, your eternal self is never divided by the influence of time, no limitation of your perfect knowledge. Thus you were sufficiently able to console yourself. So this is an idea. In this world, we're so consumed by time, right? The body, the understanding that we're going to die, and what do the body wants? What do we need? Oh, we need things, right? We want, for the body. So Maitreya was saying, you're not consumed by that. You're not bewildered. That's why you're able to give us perfect knowledge. That's the word he used here. Perfect knowledge. So you're able to be Bodha, Atma self. You have Atma Bodha, self-intelligence, intelligence of the self. And Akuntita, without hesitation, without being separated eternally from your intelligent self. So you're not separated from your intelligent self. So that's the idea. Here we get too separated from our intelligent self, right? We get too subtracted by this and that. And that's why the Guru tells many people, don't even listen. If you can't focus, right? You can't make the right things happen. Don't even get involved with anything. Just meditate. Just worship God. Because time is so short here anyway. Because you may not have that in your samskars. You might be coming from the animal kingdom, right? You might have been spent many years as an animal, then maybe a few lives as a human or something else, maybe even a demigod or something, and then you became human many lives. But still, you have this inclination of kind of like an animal in this world, right? People, they have animal instincts. Always, we have to kill our enemies. They say, we're like a lion. We have to fight enemies and do this and that. They always have these instincts. But actually, that's not the case with Maitreya. He's saying with the Lord, the divine beings. He's saying, you don't have that. You have perfect knowledge. So we should understand the difference. What is that? As I just explained, what is that, right? What is that that's holding everybody back? It's that inclination to their body. That they're saying, my body is first. Not the truth, not other things. But you cannot say that. You have to say the truth is first, the soul is first, God is first. And Moses taught this in his commandments, right? So it's not like it's like new information, everybody. This is old information. Put God first. That doesn't just mean saying to everybody, my God is first and you're second. Never. That's not what that means. That means put the Lord, your Lord inside of you, next to your soul, first in your conducts, in your life. Be good. Be a good person. Don't try to control everything. Work with your soul to give it nourishment. then you can see properly, as he says here, perfect knowledge, right? Sadatma Bodha. Sud, eternally self-intelligent. So that's what we want. We want to become eternally self-intelligence. We don't want to be bewildered. Mugdha. We don't want mugdha, bewilderment of this world. Or mohayati. We don't want mohayati, another form of bewilderment. We want perfect knowledge. We want to be apramataha. Apramataha is, although never bewildered. We want to be that person, although we're never bewildered. Hopefully, our mind is not bewildered. That's what we need. So we have to be like that. If we want to go anywhere with our spiritual existence, we have to be centered in the idea that our soul is more important than any of this. This world is going to fail. Your life, meaning not fail as in like, oh, meaning you're not gonna live forever. It's gonna fail you, the body, but the soul is gonna live on. So you have to focus on that aspect. That's the real aspect. You're here to focus on that, not on just your body. Okay? That's what that verse is. I don't have to go to the next verse, but that is 3:4:17. I could have went to the next one, but that's elaborate in itself, right? That was a good explanation. So let's go to the next. Now we have G&A book. Let's see what the universe says. Life is able to process as the woman being a triple negative formation with a double negative rostrum as the uterus and the anus. The hexagon's top actuates or points are the negative ones of women having all three negatives below are able to create as the negatives are the origin of life. We don't come from anything but life, which are the top points. Light, which is negative from all not carrying any mundane attributes, emitting all things to create life and its forms, and then 2, then the geo-negative axis or light in the double negative, and 3, then ether or dissolution. So life has 3 particles. The light, right, the aspect that we're interacting with. Then within that there is the actual life, the warmth, the existence, right, the consciousness, the feeling. But then within that is also the dissolution of earth. This is pretty similar. You're dealing with the earth. This is what it is. Okay? This is what this book is telling you. That book told you what the spiritual was. My book is telling you what this material matter is to try to clarify for you. Okay? That's why it's very important to understand G&A religion. This didn't come because it's not going to help you. This is the clincher to help you. To help the world, to help your soul. Get out of this. Get out of the worlds of suffering and mundanity and temporary miseries. The 3 aspects of the life and the negative are double negative, and then the negative again, which is the triple negative, the end cycle point in which it re-enters and reoccurs. Women having 3 negatives below, like how the upper hexagon triangles are the negatives that create all the sustained energy in existence. That's a scientific difference. The male genital is not a foundation of life, double negative amplifier. Producer, rather, it's a dispenser. A positive response, fulfilling the negative space formation. It's a double negative amplifier, or producer, rather it's a dispenser. So it's not a double negative amplifier, meaning it doesn't create like the women, right? The semen is it's a dispenser. The man is kind of the dispenser, right? So the women are connected to the earth. The earth, the women's body, right, under her, where all these men's minds are all the time, her body is just like the earth. That's what you're supposed to see. You're supposed to see that the woman's body is like the earth. Not that you have to make your whole life that woman's body, or that woman has to make her whole life that man's body. Because after all, it's just like the earth. It has the 3 negatives. Women have 3 holes on the bottom. 1 for life, and then 2 for evacuations. So, that's interesting. Maybe on another planet, women have two for life, one for evacuate. You know what I'm saying? So we have to see those things on Earth. We should pick up those things. What's coming in and out? What's going on? And also, there's pleasure and all that within there, right? So they're used for certain things. But what is actually life coming in and out is like that. That's the formation, and we have to see also is producing pleasure for the body, right? Not just the other hole, the urination hole, urethra, is producing, but it also is giving out. So it's like a double. It's working both ways. It's giving to the body, but it's also pushing out urine. So the female body is like the earth, whereas the man is not. So the same kind of idea. We have to have this centered understanding that we are the soul. This body is just a vehicle. It is not exactly the gold prize. It seems like it, right? It seems like you could have some enjoyment, you can get money, you can control some certain things. That's what a lot of people like to do in this world. But it's not. The real thing is your soul. And that's what made Maitreya have perfect knowledge. And then, therefore, you can rise to perfect knowledge. And you could try to understand the female's body better. So that was page 90 of Code of Earth's Creational System. My book, Geo-Negative Axis, Udava Samanich. Okay? Also known as Ujval. So you have a good day. Hope it works out. Hare Ram.